and then you can catch me on Fluent Radio. Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in, and right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, I don't know what you think you're doing, but I know what you should be doing. I'm the pride of the Eastside DJ MH2DA, and you need to tune into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi.
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, it's your $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Oh, hey man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi, and I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Ah! Oh, Fabo!
FluentRadio.com. Hey y'all. So look, I had to run it with you all to give y'all the commercial, okay? Fluent Radio, the car show is on its way, y'all. So save the date. Save the date. Whitney, can you hear me now? Let me know if you can hear me. Just give me a little thumbs up, baby. Give me a little thumbs up if you can. A little hoot, a little hoot and a little holler. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi, and I am checking in. Happy Thursday, wherever you are. Now, look, I just want to take a second and jam out just for a second. We need some good energy this week, right? Everything that glitters isn't gold. Whitney, girl, I hope you having a good week. I didn't miss you. You couldn't hear the video? Oh my gosh. Well, the Fluent Radio car, the auto show, baby, it's going on August 12th. I just want to bring it in with some good energy. Sometimes you just need some good music to get you through, okay? I am so excited because when I tell you all, we were talking about it last week about how we were going to be outside. I don't know about you all, But I said, for me, I'm going to summer this summer like I've never summered before. And so far, it is off to a great start. I have so many exciting things to share with you guys. I can hardly contain myself tonight. Ah! Okay. First, before we go any further, I don't have a special guest tonight. So you all, as my listeners, y'all have me all to yourself. And you all have to know, I have a hell of a show for you. Okay. Before I go any further, I have to thank our radio partners. Okay. Shout out to FluentRadio. Again, their third annual car show. This is going to be going on August 12th. Okay. So I'll be dropping that information everywhere for you all to see on all the platforms. So if you haven't already, make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company. Literally just type in at the BP Media Co. and all the information will be there. Yes. So we got to do that. Shout out to Fluent Radio. And of course, Mixed Talk Media, Indie 101.5 and Philly Jams 95.3, where the Blueprint Live, baby, we are out there. We in your city. It's a parade up in my city. Yeah. It's a parade up in my city. And of course, shout out to my sponsors, Fiya Infusions, Black Dollar Days, and Paris Ice Bar. Okay. And of course, Lavish Looks. You already know how we come. Okay. Yes. Whitney said, was that our fave group? I like you. Do you like me too? You know, I can't play too many of their songs. They be trying to flag my little video. I'm like, I am playing your music. But I love the fact that my artists, my indie artists, that they have their music registered. Okay. If you are an artist and you don't have that, I need you to get educated. Okay. Get your money out here. Every time they play you, you are supposed to get something. Okay. Always. Okay. Tonight's topic, what I want to talk about is something I've been seeing like a trend on is people talking about relationship attachment styles. Okay. I want to break down the 4 different types that are out there. And then I want you guys to tell me which one you identify with. Yes. Yes. Yes, way, Whitney. Yes, way. Yes, way. So that's tonight's topic. But I think right now is a good time to go ahead and get into tonight's Hate It and Love It. I feel like let's go.
All right, y'all. It's time for Hate It and Love It. Let's get into it.
Okay. Welcome back. I'm in a great mood tonight. I don't know about you all. I'm in a great mood. A really, really great mood. So, okay. The first thing is this week, y'all, this week has been off the chain. It's been off the chain busy, but it's been off the chain as far as in good news. Great news. Great news. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I had a situation. Let's step back for a little bit. Let's walk back. So it's no secret that as far as what I'm doing, you know, naturally with everything that we're doing, we're trying to take it to the next level. We're trying to reach the top. So I had a situation. This is going to be a hated it and it's going to move swiftly into a love it. Okay. Go with me. Naturally, I do the whole like beauty influence and stuff. So I'm always, you know, I'm always on the prowl for those opportunities to connect with national to international brands. So I had just recently posted a video on my Instagram this weekend, and I had, of course, tagged Juvia's Place because I used one of their beautiful eyeshadow palettes as well as their lipstick and their lip liner. So I tagged them, and then probably about an hour or so afterwards, I get this email, and they're like, "Oh, it's claims it's from Juvia's Place. We want to partner with you. We want to, you know, do this, and we're going to offer you 10 free products a month." And I'm just over there, like I'm literally sitting in the parking lot of the store I was about to go into, freaking out. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then, you know, when something is too good to be true, you have to really, really check it out. You got to check it out. Okay. So I start investigating at this point. I'm looking at the actual email. I'm like, okay, I'm seeing this. I'm like, this isn't right. This isn't right. So I started to do some investigating. And of course, I went over to TikTok because I want to see if any of my other beauty girlies, okay, what was it like when you all got those partnerships? And needless to say, of course, it was a scam. It was a scam. They were trying to do it through PayPal. Very unfortunate. But there were some people that had actually fallen for it. So I was sitting there and I was just like, oh my goodness, it's like, when you read something and it's super, super good news, you're just like, man, and then you have to start really trying to digest that. And that's what I had to do in that moment. I said, oh, something is not right. This is a little bit too good to be true. I don't like this. I don't like the way that this feels. So I'm glad I did my investigative stuff as far as that and was able to quickly rule out that this wasn't a real opportunity. So that day I was just feeling like, I'm like, man, any entrepreneur or somebody that's out there that doesn't tell you that they don't have certain bad days, it's a lie. That day I was just like this. I was like, man, just thinking about like, is it gonna happen? Wanting that to happen. So needless to say, I let it go very quickly. I mean, I was like, we don't dwell. We're just gonna continue. I have certain brands that I have my eye on them. They have their eye on me. I'm seeing. So I'm cool with that. The actual brands. So I quickly let that go. But then I ended up getting another email where this was a nomination for a very well-known organization throughout the Chicagoland. And this is the thing, I still have to go through a process as far as that's concerned, but I would be able to get inducted into this particular organization should everything go through and, just continue with my mission on making an impact. So naturally, when I got that email, I was suspicious a little bit, based off of what had just happened a couple of days ago. And it turned out, of course, it was like the real thing. And that's my love it. My hated it is that the scammers are finding other creative ways to be scammers. It's like, y'all have to stop. They have no shame. So that's my first hated it for the night. But the love it is definitely just the opportunities that are unfolding. Like, I have worked tirelessly for some of the things that I didn't know if it would be in my future, right? I wasn't sure. I just knew. I was like, I'm going to do it and give it my all, right? And sometimes when you are in a position, or you're doing certain things in your life, you may become like, oh my goodness, it can become overwhelming sometimes. Like, oh my, this stuff is really happening, I've always seen some of the things that are unfolding for myself, and now it's coming to fruition. So that has to be the love it for the week. That is the love it. I'm excited. I really, really hope that with this whole, with the process, that I'll be able to announce that I'll be inducted into this particular organization, which is, again, a very prominent one for Black women in the Chicagoland area. So to be amongst all of the greats so far will be very, very, very honoring for me. Definitely. And it's just, oh my goodness. And then that, and of course, like my business partner, shout out to her. I love her. We're going to be doing press at a really prominent event for in honor of Juneteenth. It's going to be some heavy hitters in the building. It's just going to be an opportunity that I cannot wait to share out loud and publicly with you all. I mean, it's been such a high. I've been going through some things these last few months, pushing through it, getting through it. Like yesterday, if you all were with me on the show when I did the show last year, right after I got robbed. Yesterday was the anniversary of it, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie to you. MzMetchi was scared to leave her house, child. I was scared to leave. I'm like, I got stuff to do, but I don't want to step outside of my home. Cause I was just thinking about it. I was like, man, that was kind of crazy. And it was raining the same way. Like literally, it was like the same situation. I was working from home yesterday, everything. And I was just doing everything that I could to keep that off of my mind. And I will have to say that this particular thing is the love it this week, because it's like, here I am. It's a year later. I'm like, look, I haven't allowed this to stop me from doing what I need to do, or whatever the case is. Them little jokers, I really hope they get caught up and jammed up in some type of way. Because if you stealing from people, you should get jammed up like that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just say it. But I'm happy for me that I've been able to still move forward despite of. So I just want to share that with you all. Those are my hated and loved this week. If you are tuning in with me live on Facebook or YouTube, drop your hated and loved in the comment, because I would love to read it. I would love to read it. Now, Tonight's What Would You Do is spicy. If you are listening to this around young, impressionable ears, I recommend that you now put in one of your headsets. This was it's a little X-rated. It's not too bad. It's not going to be no cursing. You all know, due to our placement, we do not talk too raunchy on the show, but it's a little raunchy. And I live for it. I live for it at all times. For sure. Hold on. Whitney put, hey girl, she said, loving this weather, hating the allergies. Girl, is the pollen not pollinating like it never pollinated before? Let me take a sip on that. I was on the phone with one of my friends and they literally mentioned today, they like, this pollen is outside thick like snow in the wintertime. It's thick. I don't understand what's going on. I did hear about some herbal tea that you can drink if you're not one of those. Like for me, I can't take too many allergy things because it dries me completely out. Dry. We're done. She said it's ridiculous. Ma'am, I literally was out there yesterday and I was sitting in the car and of course I put the air conditioning on because I'm like, I will not allow this to blow on my car. And I'm looking at it just flying around, sticking to the window, all types of stuff. I said, oh my goodness, this is bad. What is going on right now? I'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break and then I'm going to bring you all this juicy what would you do until I return.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Let's get into today's What Would You Do? Where we're talking about real situations with real people and offering real solutions.
Are y'all ready for tonight's What Would You Do? Let me go ahead and get into it right now. I think we can just jump right in. Now, this young lady, she's a little bit frustrated with her boo, okay? She's frustrated. Let's get into it. I feel irrational anger towards my boyfriend in the bedroom. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 1 year. A few times now, I have caught myself feeling anger when my boyfriend and I have sex and he has an orgasm and doesn't even try with me. It does take time for me, but in that moment when I know he is too tired or just won't do it, I am pissed. I never show it because our sex life is amazing and he does his best to make sure I have the big O more often than not. I'm just trying to figure out what worked for others to not feel so angry because I always feel like a selfish person for feeling this way. I'm not sure what has made me experience these feelings because of something so trivial in an overall great relationship. I am in therapy and plan to bring it to my next appointment in a few weeks. Any advice is appreciated. What would you do? And he has an orgasm and doesn't even try with me. The one thing I'm not recognizing with this situation, and this is why I wanted to bring it to my people, was, is she talking about if he is pleasuring himself? Or is she speaking about him doing that with her, but then not making sure she achieves it? Because I'm a little confused. I'm a little confused on this one. So I think the best way to handle it is to talk about both scenarios. because this is what would you do, and this is what we're going to do today. We'll talk about it if he's, I guess, doing that by himself, because if so, I have a very short answer for that. And then we'll talk about if he's engaging with her, but he's not making sure that, there's times where he's not making sure that she has gotten that. I think it's a little bit easier to start for if he's doing that himself. Everyone deserves their own time to do what they need to do. They deserve it. They deserve that time. Independent of you, it shouldn't make you upset. You should then do the same for yourself. And for those that are just coming in for tonight's What Would You Do? The situation is that she's got some hostility towards her significant other in the bedroom. Yeah. It's getting a little tough. It's getting a little tough. Let me get into these comments. What are you all saying over here? She said, yes, they do. Beautiful. Oh, hey, thank you. Hey, it's Tracy. Yeah, girl. So did you hear what the What Would You Do? Shout out to everybody that is tuning in with me on Facebook and YouTube for, tonight's What Would You Do? This was a little, to me, I do think it's a little trivial if he is doing this independently of her. Girl, let him do what he needs to do. Give him his space. Give us free. Okay. Oh, you didn't get the What Would You Do? Tonight's What Would You Do is that there's some hostility with this young lady between her and her boyfriend in the bedroom. Okay. They're having a little bit of difficulty. She said that she's angry when my boyfriend and I have sex and he has an orgasm and doesn't even try with me. Okay. Now that I just read it back over. So this is when he's actually with her. But she did also mention that it takes some time for her, but she knows that he tries his best to give her the big O. Yeah, that's a little bit of a different one. Yeah, now that I just read that one back over. Yeah, that's the recap. I know. Woo! Yeah, that's a toughie. She said, dang, sis, you ain't getting yours. Sis is not getting hers. She's not getting hers. It's so unfortunate. Okay, but this is where we're at. She said the chemistry ain't there. Yeah, it's something. It's something. I mean, like, I guess sometimes, I don't know. Sis, I can't identify with this. Not when he with you. He's still not making sure, like, he didn't even ask. He doesn't care. Too bad. Not too bad. Auntie Tracy, you have to clarify that. What do you mean? What do you mean? Not too bad. No, we won't. She has to get hers too. Girl, what you mean? She need a plan B. Oh, let me take a sip of my drink. I wasn't ready for that now. I wasn't ready for that. Now she need a plan B. Yeah, I mean, something. This is the thing. Let's increase the endurance. Let's make sure as women we're doing our Kegels. Let's do everything that we can to all get to the same place. We're all trying to arrive. Whitney said, I'm screaming too bad. Please stop. Auntie said, look, you got to have a backup plan. She's not playing either. She's not playing. Let's see. Auntie Tracy said, the man should always make sure the mate is pleased. Always. I got to second that thumbs up. If you be good to me, then I'ma be great to you. She said it in the song. If you stay down for me, then I'll stay awake for you. Surprise. Okay? Let me give y'all a song selection. Because what? You always supposed to make sure. Because this is the thing. It's like with guys, like they're gonna do what they need to do. Always. In that order. In that order. Please don't make me start laughing tonight. I cannot. Oh, y'all had me crying last week. I'm like, I think it's on my little eyeliner running, child. I can't do it. Just giving the mascara is, ooh, you make my love come down. Like, it's too much. this situation, I would feel some hostility there too. Like, not you gonna have multiple times. Don't back yourself a toilet. Oh, what? What? Don't make yourself. That's true. Oh, that's deep. I see Tracy. God, no. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to read that comment out loud, girl. She a little vulgar tonight. You a little girl. What you over there doing? What you doing? She said, okay. I know that's how she said it too. A mess. In this situation, the only thing that you can do is really we gotta get down to what's not working. I agree with what Whitney said earlier in the conversation that the chemistry must be off. So it's got to be some things to get you a little bit more in tune, and that's going to keep him for the long haul in the situation. So I'm voting for okay. Hey, let's have a conversation. I'm always the one. It's me. It's me. I'm literally the problem because I be wanting to have the difficult conversations. I'm like, let's have them. Let's get it off our chest. Hey, the last couple times that we were in the sack, let's keep it real PG-13. Last time we were in the sack, you kind of like finished the race before I got to the finish line. I'm looking to see if maybe we can have a more elongated experience next time. What does that look like for you? What do you need for that to happen? Dare I say sprinkle? Get it together. What is the problem? I'm concerned. I would have a conversation first. Now, after you put it out there that it's like, hey, I didn't really get mine. And this is the thing. Let's just be honest. It looks a mess to people when women say like, hey, I'm not pleased. Anytime at any capacity that we say that, be it physical, be it at work, be it at whatever, it's like we're not allowed to feel like that what we're getting is adequate. That's just the overall tone. It's like, hey, no, you're just supposed to take this. No, I'm not. So don't be afraid to speak up for yourself, even when it comes physically. Say what it is that you like, what you need, what angle you need to be at, whatever it is for you to achieve what you need to achieve. Because understand, he's going to get his regardless. Unless you just flag on the play. It's going to happen. So you might as well make sure you're getting something out of it too. I mean, I thought that's what it was all about. Have the conversation. Coach during the process if that's what you need to do. I mean, I don't know. You all have only been dating for a year. Feel like it can get better in time. Whitney said he is getting his. He is every time. She said he don't even try with her. He doesn't try with me. Girl, I'm with the plan B. Yikes. I know it sounds so bad saying it out loud. Girl, have that conversation with your boo. It's only been a year. What I can say is that, sometimes it's one of those things with time, it gets better. As you get to know your partner, they get to know you. If he's doing some things that you don't like or whatever the case is, tell him like, hey, I'm not a fan of that. If it's something that he likes, then do it half and half. Yeah. She said, I wonder, was it like this since they started dating? Me too. And she said it takes some time for her. One thing, and it's so funny. My mother, she used to say this, like, she'd be like, y'all don't even know what you're trying to do it for. I'm like, girl, what? What you mean? And y'all know what we're talking about with doing it. We grown. Okay. You just know. But then when I figured out what I was doing it for, changed my life. I was like, I know exactly how to make that happen again. I know how to make fetch happen. I know how to make it happen. I may have used that particular thing in the wrong context, but you live and you learn. Needless to say, when I figured it out, I'm just like, look, I will not be in any experiences where I'm not able to have some type of influence on how I get what I need. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. I wouldn't keep those feelings inside. I would let them right out. Hey, do you think you could try this? Let's maneuver this way. It's nothing wrong with that. After a year, I mean, you're kind of like settled in, but it's still supposed to be spicy. So, yeah. I wonder what it's like since they started dating too. And Tracy said, like I said, he going to the or he hungry. Or is he hungry? Girl, not is he hungry. What are you saying over there? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's my vote on what would you do? Conversation first. Or if you're uncomfortable with that, try some different things or whatever it is that you feel like you need to do to maneuver to achieve what you need to achieve before the race is complete. You got to catch him, I suppose, before he reaches the finish line. So, I don't know. It just couldn't be me. I think that even as I've gotten older, I'm just like, hey. Or, yeah, that works for me. We have to get into the habit of being very vocal about what it is that we want and what we need, but then also understanding that whoever you're dealing with, they may have certain things that they want, like, or need and desire as well, which is totally fine. That's when you kind of talk about it and you come to a median. But if you're leaving with more experiences of not achieving anything versus you actually are, that's a problem. And it needs to be explored. It needs to be talked about first. That's it for my my part on what would you do. Auntie Tracy is saying, she said, or get some whipped cream. Girl, bye. Not the whipped cream, girl. Foreplay. I agree. There's other ways to make it happen. So, sis, with this, what would you do tonight? Your anger is not irrational. But you not advocating for yourself during this time, that is irrational. I'm going to need you, if you see something, say something. If you ain't feeling nothing, you got to say something. All of it comes down to saying something. Say something. Just be like, I'm not feeling it. Nope. If he asks you, did you get yours? Don't lie. I did not. You could say it politely and with grace. You can. No, I didn't. Oh, not this time. Maybe next time. Put it on his mind. So maybe he'll have something to prove. Or he'll come back for a second round versus maybe hopping on the video game or making a sandwich or whatever it is that guys do after they have relieved themselves. I don't know. You have to ask a guy. But we're not lying. It's 2023. No, I did not. Ooh, do you think you could go again? Didn't quite get there. I was almost. I'm gonna need a little bit more. Be honest. That's my advice on tonight's What Would You Do? Be honest. I'm gonna take a quick break, and when I come back, I have tonight's What's Happening, What's Up, and then we're gonna go ahead and move into our topic of the night of relationship attachment style. I want to talk about it, and I know y'all do too. I'll be right back.
I'm 54, so basically, it's too late to start saving for retirement, right?
Not right. Starting to save, even in your 50s, can really make a difference.
Well, right now, saving seems hard to wrap my head around. Plus, with the way this year's been going...
Hey, listen, it's okay. You still got this. Just go to aceyourretirement.org. It's an online tool from AARP that can help you get your retirement savings on track no matter your age. It's free and only takes about 3 minutes.
I like 3 minutes.
Yeah, at aceyourretirement.org, you'll chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer a few questions and you'll get a personalized plan and tips to help boost your retirement savings. Tips that are easy to understand and tailored to your lifestyle.
I like that too.
Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back. Just head to aceyourretirement.org and make your plan to start saving for retirement.
Thanks.
That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
And now, introducing one of the newest BossFluent creations, Lady. Lady is a women's fragrance that will leave men mesmerized and have you feeling beyond amazing. Its sweet and soft aroma will bring out your inner divine feminine and keep him wanting more, over and over again. Lady, a BossFluent product coming soon. Make sure you check out our fragrances and much more online at www.bossfluentent.com. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Happy Thursday to those that are just tuning in with us. And now, hold on. I want to get into these comments before I go into tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. So what y'all talking about over here? They done that after that first one. She said, yep, most times. So she out of luck. Yep. Oh, y'all. So if you missed tonight's What Would You Do? It was a juicy one. She was mad at her boo. He wasn't giving her the business. Yeah, ladies, I agree. Let's go ahead and jump into tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. Y'all, it's been, I don't know about you all, but I feel like it's been kind of starting off on a little bit of a somber note. Before I logged on, I ended up seeing the news about DC Young Fly, the comedian. You all probably have seen him with Wild 'N Out in the 87 South show. His long-term partner, Miss Jackie O, reportedly has passed away due to a cosmetic procedure. Damn. I am sad to hear that. That's so unfortunate. Definitely praying for him. They've got young children. Definitely just praying for them 100%. Really, really sad news. She was a young, beautiful girl. They looked like a beautiful couple. And that was really sad to see. Whitney said, yeah, Jamal just told me she passed away. I know. And the crazy part about it is I have seen her and like on Instagram and all that other stuff, TikTok, whatever. And no, probably Instagram. And I had no idea until today that they were like linked together. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I was like, oh, she's an influencer. She's pretty. Like, look at her. So I was really saddened to hear that. And I mean, especially to hear why she passed. And, anyone, if you've had a major surgery of any kind, you know that there's always some worry there, whether if it's an elective surgery or something that is, a life or death type of situation. It's very, very scary. So definitely praying for her family, and praying for DC Young Fly, for their children and everything. And, speaking of cosmetic surgery, so I don't know if you all have been kind of hearing a little bit about this, but weight loss surgery right now is actually on the rise for teens and children. Yeah, y'all heard it. More teens and children are electing to have weight loss surgery in the days and times that we're living in. Man, I mean, like I said, for me, my first major surgery was the one that I just went through. Okay. And me personally, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can on a day-to-day basis to avoid having to do any of that again. Okay. But to think about the fact that like these are decisions that I'm making as an adult, but that there are teens and children that are also like, hey, I need to go put me under. That's overwhelming to me. I don't know about you all, but I know for me, that's a little bit much. And I was also mad because that particular story, I did get it from WGN, and the picture that they put up, I was just like, I have questions. I have questions that need real answers. I'm going to move on though. Okay. So last week I have, told you all, I believe it was like Robert De Niro, all of these older men, like the elderly, they are still having children. Al Pacino is next up. He he is in his 29-year-old girlfriend is reportedly 8 months pregnant. You know, the only thing that I say is that I just be feeling bad for the kids. You know, I feel bad for the kids. Because you're coming into this world and probably around the time where it's like you're going to really like, you know, remember your parents and they're going to have a super impact. I mean, he's 83 years old. That's scary. He still look like he got most of his wits about himself. So that's pretty good. She said, is that Scarface? Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know, right? Crazy. But it is Scarface. So moving along, next up, I was reading that, and I don't know if you all heard about this story. So Raven-Symoné, she reportedly back in the day had NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, in her nightstand. Baby, she had the NDAs on deck. If you was gonna mess with Raven, you had to sign the NDA. You had to sign the NDA. Period. It's not outlandish. I personally think that if you're a celebrity, there should be more of that. You need to sign an NDA. You can't just be sleeping with me, okay? Without that. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's real celebrity stuff. Baby, not an NDA in the nightstand. Is that not wild and scandalous to y'all? I know it is to me. I was like this. I'm like, well, girl, go ahead. But I think that for her, it was important because like she had not officially came out yet, you know, and really been about that life. So I think that it was important for her to protect herself in those realms. You know, that wasn't a bad thing to me. Another sad story that I read about this week was about Dexter Berry. Okay, he was 54 years old and he died days after being released from jail due to the staffers refusing to give him his life-saving heart medicine. Okay, he was supposed to take a heart transplant medicine and they refused to give him that medication and he passed shortly after being released. Heartbreaking. And this is down in Florida, right? What is going on in Florida? Can somebody help me? Because I really just try to understand what's going on with our good people in Florida. They do the most. They do the most, not the lesser. Yeah. Very unfortunate. I mean, how crazy is that to be released from jail and then passed shortly after because they didn't give you the stuff? Like at the end of the day, they're in jail, but I mean, you know, these people are still humans. And then there were ignorant people in the comments that are just like, oh, what did he go to jail for? And blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, look, okay, he still needed his medicine just like you and anybody else. Get him his medicine. I don't get it. Next story. Did you all hear about the fool? And I'm going to go ahead and say the fool. Because listen to what they did. This man was recently arrested after opening an airplane door that was preparing to land in South Korea on last Friday. You gonna open the door to the plane? The real plane, the actual plane, the plane that is in the air, that is preparing for landing. You're going to open the door. Be for real. Y'all, when I tell you, I would be so upset on that flight because you already know once you land, if you can land, depending on how far you are, that you've opened up the whole emergency door of an airplane, an aircraft. Be for real. People are crazy. And it's like, if you see something like that, like imagine you on a plane and somebody just go and they're like, I'm about to open this up. We're about to open up the door. What do you say? How do you jump into action that quickly? Y'all tell me. I just had to share that with you all. Okay. She said, did he jump out? Maybe he was trying. Hold on. Maybe he was trying to get out first. Oh, Auntie Tracy. Now he was trying to get out first. You know those people that stand up as soon as the flight is over, they like, I gotta get up. Like, get out of the aisle, fool. We're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. The only people that I let hop in front of me when they be acting all like antsy and all this other stuff, they get to telling you about the, they in the layover and they gotta hurry up and get over there. I'm like, let them off the flight. Because I know what it's like. I've been in that predicament before. But don't get up and stand in the aisle. So he probably was trying to get out. He like, I'm going to get to the baggage claim. First, I will parachute up out of it. I will parachute off of this flight. I just thought it was crazy. I'm like, and then you're going to do that like going into South Korea? Are you insane? Be for real. Be for real, for real. Be for real, for real. Whitney said, I can't stand when people do that. Yeah. I can't either. Like I said, the only time that I have been, I think it's probably been like 2 times that I've been caught up like that, where it was such a close layover that I'm like, I have to get over there. We are running at this particular point. Yeah, it's definitely happened to me before. I was like, I gotta go right now. Like, I gotta get off. But even then, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna try to get it together. Whitney said, yes, layovers. I will let go ahead. But y'all folks that stand in the aisle are ridiculous. I agree. She said, Buddy was on drugs. Buddy, yeah, girl, a mess. Was he black? Was he black? Another story that was super unfortunate. Y'all, why did a Louisville man shoot his roommate in the buttocks during a fight over the last Hot Pocket? You heard me. Louisville man shoots his roommate in the buttocks due to a fight over the last Hot Pocket. Yes. Whitney said, girl, what? Sis. I be trying to tell y'all what's really happening around here. People are literally shooting other people in the buttocks due to Hot Pockets. Hot Pockets have never. Do you hear what I'm saying? What a drink. I need some real liquor. Okay. Hot Pockets have never been that good. I may have been more thrilled if he would have said like a buddy a taco or a soul food plate from Chicago Chicken and Waffles or Priscilla's or something, or a steak from Gordon Ramsay, a Hot Pocket. The Hot Pocket, that Hot Pocket. Be for real. Whitney said, unhinged, people are losing it. We have to be living in the last chapters. Because there is no way. How do you justify? How do you talk about that in court with a straight face? As the prosecutor or the defense or the jury or the judge, like as a court person, as you're just in there, the stenographer, how do you sit there? So why exactly did you pop a cap in his ass? Literally. Why did you pop a cap in his ass? He took the last Hot Pocket, the one that had extra pepperoni. Now, I'm not going to stunt. Me and Anthony, we can, we look back on things and we always laugh. Because like some stuff will pass right by it in the grocery store. You would just think that, oh my goodness, we did just ate so bad and bougie our whole life. No. Hot Pockets did what they needed to do when they needed to do it. Okay? But never would I pull out a semi-automatic weapon to harm anyone as a result of a Hot Pocket. Auntie Tracy said they didn't have no ramen noodles. Ramen noodles. No, they didn't. It was the Hot Pockets. Yes, Whitney. Hot Pockets. It was that one. It was that one. Whitney, I know you feel me. I know you feel me. And she said, mental plea at this point, I will believe it. Oh, yeah, it's got to be. I need to know what medications you were on. Which ones did you have that were sent to the pharmacy that may or may not have been picked up? Who in your head told you to shoot this man in his butt? In his buttocks over a Hot Pocket? It doesn't get any much more ridiculous than that. Okay, now this is some news that's sad to me. Y'all know I always try to bring y'all a little bit of the reality TV stuff, because that's at the heart of things. That's my love. I love me some reality TV. Y'all, Housewives of Atlanta is not doing too well. And the funny thing about it is that before I read this particular article, I had already been feeling that way after watching Sunday's episode. I was just like, snooze fest. This is one of those situations where in the franchise, I feel like that they need to bring back some of the original cast members. They need to bring them back. It's a few of them that get on my nerves. I will not, say anything crazy about anyone, because I love the collective. I love that particular franchise of all of them. But it is sad to see, like, y'all, they had the lowest ratings ever this week. Like, ever. And I thought that was so unfortunate. I'm like, these are our girls. What's going on? Girls, what's going on? Who run the world? The episodes just aren't giving what they're supposed to give. But honestly, as it's getting hot outside, I got a lot of stuff that's just piling up on my DVR, because I'm like, baby, we in our own reality. We out here and we in the streets. We doing our own thing. I can't watch y'all no more. It's too much. The storylines, it don't even look like they got any type of like friendship chemistry, because friendship chemistry is real. Like, how do we vibe when we're together? They not even vibing very well. I'm like, oh, it's just not giving what it's supposed to give. I hope that they're able to pick up those ratings. Hopefully something crazy happens that gets everybody back on that particular train, because if not, we definitely don't want to see a revamp like how they're doing with New York. I literally watched the promotion for that, and I was like, who? Not that these people aren't people, but I was just like, wow. I'm like, they really changed the entire franchise. Like, it's literally a whole new set of people. I don't know. Whitney said, I'm feeling this color hair on you. Oh, thank you, sis. I do like it. I like it. Shout out to Queen Me Collections. So y'all know if I don't like nothing else, baby, I love me some good hair. Okay. She's got a $150 bundle special going on. Okay. The closures, I mean, you see it. She does the custom coloring, her units. Oh, this one is a breathable cap. Okay. I tried to make sure it was laid. You got to make sure it's flat. It's funny. I was looking at some pictures of myself from just like when the memories pop up. And I'm like, man, I thank God for flat irons and hot combs, because I didn't recognize them. It was like standing up off my head some of those times until I looked back. The girlies that's on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and all this other stuff that have been showing us how to make sure that our stuff is laid, we appreciate y'all. Y'all are God's gift to earth. Thank you. I want to thank my wax stick. I want to thank my flat iron. I want to thank my hot comb. I want to thank it all. But no, thank you, sis. I love it. She said, yeah, Real Housewives of Atlanta is dry and cringy. It's just, the storylines just seem real forced, made up, and unrealistic. Like, I'm just like, this doesn't feel like a reality. These feel like scenes. And then, Whitney, I don't know how you feel, but it's like with Sonya, I watched Sonya when Sonya had her own show during the time when it was a little bit closer to when she was competing in the Olympics, and it was like showing the day in the life. And I just feel like that she has just been so messy. So messy. And with Sheree, I felt like Sheree bringing her back, that was definitely a good thing. I mean, I'm kind of watching her between that and Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is completely off the chain. Completely off the chain. I don't know. I'm hoping that they're able to survive some of the ratings, but this week was one of the lowest ratings that they hit that's been reported, and it's really unfortunate. She say Sonya trying to keep her peach. Yeah, but this is like in the worst way though. Like I'm like, this isn't right. What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. When I come back from break, we're going to be talking about relationship attachment styles, okay? So I want to know what you guys, what you all are, which one you identify with, because there's 4 different types. So we're going to go over all of those tonight, and then we're going to talk about which one are you, okay? I'll be right.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure. Know what else grows in the forest? Our imagination, our sense of wonder, and our family bonds grow too. Because when we disconnect from this and connect with this, we reconnect with each other and build family memories we will carry with us forever. The forest is closer than you think. Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. It's easy. Just put in your zip code to find family-friendly outdoor destinations near you. You'll also find guides to free activities, games, and amazing forest facts. Give the magic of the outdoors to your kids and reconnect with your family. Find a forest near you at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, MzMetchi, checking in, reminding you to shop my exclusive collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, where we've got shades and everything that you need to look fly. Oh, and we also offer accessories. So ladies, put a little bit of razzle dazzle in your collection today. Be sure to shop with me and follow on social media at Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Grab your products today at MzMetchi.com/shop. Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the Blueprint Live. It's your girl, MzMetchi. Happy Thursday to those that are tuning in with us on Facebook and YouTube. And shout out to FluentRadio, Mixed Talk Media, Indie 101.5, and Philly Jams 95.3, where my show is playing out there with y'all. So Jersey, Philly, Houston, Chicago, what's up? What's happening tonight? Our topic, let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Relationship attachment styles. I want to know, because if you are anything like me and you scroll up and down on TikTok and Instagram Reels, I have been seeing a lot of things surrounding relationship attachment, like what type of style it is. I've been seeing things like the avoidant, okay? The anxious attached, type of person. So what I wanted to do was break down the 4 types of attachment styles. And then I want y'all to tell me which ones you identify with. Let me give you the 4 types. Number 1, as far as the 4 types of relationship attachment styles, is the secure, okay? The secure attachment is defined by the ability to build healthy, long-lasting relationships, okay? So you're completely secure in that area, okay? The second one is going to be the avoidant type. So this is someone that is going to be seen as dismissive or anxious avoiding, as far as like in children, like they're just kind of like, whoa, hey, no. Feelings, I don't have them, okay? That's the second type. So the secure, avoidant, and then you have the anxious. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of information on the anxious one, because this one was a little bit crazy. It said it's known as the anxious preoccupied, is another type of insecure attachment characterized by fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, depending on a partner for validation or emotional regulation, okay, and codependent tendencies, okay? This is some signs that you might have, that you might be an anxious attached person, is clingy tendencies, highly sensitive to criticism, needing approval from others, jealous, difficult being alone, low self-esteem, feeling unworthy of love, intense fear of rejection, significant fear of abandonment, and a difficulty in trusting others. Ooh, that one's heavy. That one had the longest description. Okay. Now, the fourth type of attachment style is the disorganized attached style. Okay. Now, this is defined by having extremely inconsistent behavior and difficulty in trusting others. So if you all have been listening, there's a few different themes that are kind of floating around between all four of them. But overall, those are the four different types. So you have secure, you have avoidant, anxious, and disorganized. Now, the question is, which one out of those do you identify with? What's your style? The crazy thing is that before I started doing some research before tonight's topic, when I was seeing some different elements of it, I was just like, wow, I'm like, I feel like that at certain times in my life, in my relationships, I have been maybe like a mixture of all of them. But there were some parts of the anxious attachment style that I was like, I feel like I identify with that. I mean, it's no secret. We talked very openly on the show. I'm like, okay, look, anxiety, whatever. And people have different things to a certain degree. But some of those things I was able to identify with. But then I also identify with some things on the more avoidant side where I'm just like this. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. The difficulty with trusting others, that was the one that I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, not that's the one that's sticking out. Now, the only one that I didn't, I didn't identify with was probably the disorganized. I'm like, no. Because it says having extremely inconsistent behavior. That's a number one thing. I want to know from you all, and I'm pretty sure you all have seen. I know y'all done seen the videos just like how I have. They're like, are you an anxious, an avoidant, attached person? Like, how did this pop up on my For You page? Why is this on my For You page? I'm concerned. It's giving concern. I thought that this was just, it was really crazy to see like the breakdown, I guess like the psychological breakdown of what all of those mean. Now, what I will say is this. While I might have been an interweaving of some of those different types of attachment styles, before I was married, before I was in, my relationship now, of course, I felt like that I dealt with more avoidant type of partners. They're the ones that's like real, again, the one of their main things is that they're dismissive. Oh, somebody not ready. They were dismissive, very much so like, I don't really care which way the wind blows. It is what it is. They just kind of avoided any conflict, any type of deeper conversations or connections or different things. So naturally, and I can say this confidently, as I was reading the different types and breaking it down before my current, relationship with my husband, I felt like I exhibited more of the anxious attached style, probably with not a few of those things. Cause I'm like rejection. I'm like, okay. And, everybody is not going to want you that you want. That's just the reality. So the rejection part was a little bit, I'm like, oh, no, not really. But just some of those things. And then definitely not the low self-esteem. Because I mean, if y'all don't know nothing else about me, I love me some me. Okay. That's why I say we got to pick some of those pieces out of there. But before the one that I'm in now, like now I feel like I have more of a secure type of attachment style where I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be all up on your boots and your heels and doing all of that stuff. I mean, it's like once we locked in, ain't no switching up, like we're gonna stay locked in with each other. However, I feel like those things evolve over time. So I think that you can experience a multitude of those attachment styles in your lifetime. You can be secure. Like now I feel like I've made it to where I'm secure. The disorganized, like I said, that one was one I'm like, there's nothing on here that I feel like I identify with. Hey, what's up, Determined Radio? You all make sure y'all tune in with our friends, Determined Radio. They come on every Wednesday. Sis, make sure you drop the details in there so that they can listen to you. Y'all know we trying to take over the weeks. We trying to take over the weeks. Let's go. But what I want you all to do for me is, if you are tuning in, let me know out of the 4 attachment styles, okay? Secure, avoidant, anxious, and disorganized. Which one is your relationship attachment style? I want to know. I guess you could say I'm being nosy. I mean, just a little nosy. Just a little nosy. Much love, Felice. Let me tell y'all, I have seen Felice probably within the last couple quarters a few times. And that warms my heart because I feel like COVID kept me away from all my friends. I used to see them probably like maybe every other Thursday, at least. We were partying before COVID came and shut our stuff down. So it's so good to always run into them. And she is partnered up with another good one of my media friends, ID the G. They have an event that's coming up soon. So you all have probably seen the flyer floating on the Blueprint page. Y'all make sure y'all go and support, okay? We gotta support our media and our artists from the Chicagoland area, period. Okay, period. So look, I want to know what your relationship attachment styles are. I shared a little bit of mine, but I gotta pay some bills. And when I come back, we're gonna close out with tonight's quote of the night. I'll be right back.
I was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean when it happened. There was a sudden jolt and our submarine crashed on the seafloor. We were in total darkness.
That's Dr. Dejana Figueroa, a marine biologist and STEM teacher, talking about a deep sea dive she'll never forget.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was afraid of the ocean. And there I was, 2 miles below the surface. But as a scientist, you prepare for that. Using our training and a little creativity, we fixed the sub and finished our experiments. The dive was just too important. Every dive gives us glimpses at things few people ever get to see. Glowing creatures, fiery undersea volcanoes. When we got back to the surface, I kissed the ground and called my mom, of course. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that dive for anything.
Dr. Figueroa uses her passion for STEM to discover new things and make the world a better place. She can STEM, so can you. Check out She Can STEM for more stories and inspiration. A message from the...
This is Dolph Lotto, and you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. Jazz up.
Yo, this Gino Pacino, and you tuned in to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. Pacino season continues.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
I just wanted to get into this comment. Hey, Siobhan, we got my girl Siobhan, Exquisite Soul, checking in. So you said for the relationship attachment, you are some of them all. Not you an infusion of all of them, girl. But that's real. I mean, and, I know that you all just kind of tapped in. That's what I was saying before. I was like, the first 3, I felt like I really identified with those. I definitely did. Determined Radio, thank you. So she said you're the best. Oh, no, sis. I love y'all. I love my people. Okay, look, we loving on each other. Okay, all year. Tonight's quote of the night is a really short one. Real short, real sweet, to the point. Your words have power. Make sure to speak love, positivity, and blessings into your life. Your words have power. Make sure to speak love, positivity, and blessings into your life. That's the quote. Words do have power. I know with some of the things that I've experienced and the things that I've been going through, I know that words are powerful. So even on those days where I may not be feeling my best, I may not want to deal or just do anything, I am speaking nothing but positivity over my life. The things that I want and that my heart desires, I am speaking those words. Like, I'm like, it's going to happen. It's not about if, it's about when, how, where. Okay. And those, those of you all that know like my story for real, that I have had to change my rhetoric as far as my situation and speak life and positivity over everything that I've got going at this particular point. Every single thing I have to. So yes, she said awesome. Yes, Whitney said amen. 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 So that is definitely the word for tonight. I want to thank all of you all for tuning in and jumping into the conversation. Usually when I have a guest, we be on a little bit longer, but tonight, we're going to call this one a shorty. Okay? You have to call it a shorty. But I just want to thank you all so much for just jumping into the conversation. Everyone that commented and dropped your business or, just interacted in some type of way. Remember, the show is not about me. It is about you. A couple of different updates for you all. Of course, I told you to save the date for the FluentRadio for the car show that's going to be going on and the fundraiser where they're going to be benefiting to, help combat human trafficking. So we definitely want to make sure that you all can show up to that. And I'm going to be the host for Daycation 2023. Okay. Y'all like, what is Daycation? So Daycation is going down at the Wild Hare on July 1st. Okay. We're going to be kicking off the holiday weekend just right. Come out. Okay. This is the official birthday party for DJ MH2DA. Wild Bill is his actual birthday on that day. Okay. So all the cancers is going to be in the building. All the cancers is going to be cancering. Okay. So you all make sure that you get your tickets. I would love to party with you all. I feel like let's kick off the holiday weekend the right way. I've been sharing the links, but tickets are available on Eventbrite. Definitely come and party. If you want a table, you're trying to get you a little section. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, when I go somewhere, I got to have a seat. I need a chair. I need a dedicated chair that's mine for me, my own section, my own area. Okay. I need that. So you all make sure you come out. And if you have a birthday and you're looking to celebrate, this is going to be the perfect way to do it. The Wild Hare, y'all already know the food is off the chain. The drinks is even better. Okay. So make sure that you all come on out. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following me on all platforms. Your girl, MzMetchi, just type in MzMetchi and I pop right up, okay? Make sure that you go and you follow me and make sure that you're following the Blueprint Media Company. Just go ahead and put in at the BP Media Co. and get it going, okay? Get it going. And if you are interested in any type of advertising services, make sure that you reach out. I do voiceovers. I do a little bit of it all. Y'all, they be really trying to hear me on the mic and it still blows me to this day. I'm like, y'all want me to talk? Okay. And of course, I still got some really nice looks left from Lavish Looks. So make sure that you go and shop at MzMetchi.com/shop. Shout out to my sponsors, Fiya Infusions, Black Dollar Days, and Paris Ice Bar, and of course, Lavish Looks. And last but not least, shout out to FluentRadio, Mixed Talk Media, Philly Jams 95.3, and my listeners tuning in on Philly Jams 95.3 and Indy 101.5. It's so many, I get them mixed up. It's so many. I appreciate all my listeners that are tuning in Chicago, Houston, and Philly. Okay, like it's Jersey, it's lit. It's lit, y'all. Next week, I'll definitely be back. I have a really, really special guest. She's an up-and-coming artist. So we're going to hear a little bit of her music and learn a little bit more. We're going to learn a little bit more. So I love y'all. Whitney said, have a great night, girl. You too, sis. Thank you for tuning in. I love the fact that she's free on Thursdays again. That warms my heart. I love y'all. And until next time, bye.